I'm Emmanuel and welcome to my workbench. Today I will be doing episode 3 of my penny hunt and album fill. So I have 20 rolls of pennies. I always wait till I have at least 20 rolls of pennies to go and do a hunt. So I have 20 more rolls and this is episode 3. So let's go to the intro and then I'll bring you in on the books and show you where we're at. All right, so we're back. This book is 1920 to 1988, and this is the state of the book. So we're still looking in the 80s for a 1985 pointed 5. These are hard to come by. And in the 50s, we're almost done the 50s. We have a 58, 57, 55, 53 with the shoulder fold, and a 50 that is missing. From the 40s, we are missing a 49, a 47 with the pointed 7 on a maple leaf. I think these are rare as well. A 42 and a 41. And then we're missing from the 30s all the way down to 1920. And for the second book that starts in 1989, let's have a quick look. This book is only missing the 2010 magnetic penny. So this book covers all the way up to the last year of the issue of the Canadian penny, which is 2012. And in the later years, there were magnetics and non-magnetic versions, and the magnetic 2010 is the only one. I don't think I've ever found one. So if I do find one, it'll probably go into my main book. I'll have to find a second one to fill in that gap. All right, let's get going. I'll bring you in on my first find. Okay, these are going to be rolls 1, 2, and 3. I noticed that this roll, if it'll focus, says US on it. And this one as well, US. And it does have an American ender. And this one says 90s, 80s, 70s, and 60s. So this will be interesting. I'll do this as roll number 3. I'll set that one aside. Let's look at these two over here. If they're all Americans, I will be setting the Americans aside and looking at them separately at the end. So let's have a quick look. Here, I'll sit down. So roll number 1. These are all Americans. Oh, look at that. We have a wheat cent, another wheat cent, a third wheat cent. I'll bring you in, I'll share what the wheat cents are. But another one, that's 4. Another one, 5. Oh, a Canadian. And that one is a King George, so I'll show you that one. So let me set these aside. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8. So there were 50 pennies in this roll. Of all of them, 49 were American. I'm going to set these aside. Let's have a quick, and I'll go through the second roll over here, and then we'll have a look at what we got. Yep, all Americans it looks like. Let's see if there's any more wheat cents in here. I'm hoping that the first one said wheat cents, and so it has the same handwriting on this one. Oh, there is a Canadian penny here. We do have 1 wheat cent. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, 49, and 50. So this one also had 50 cents. The reason why I count them is since pennies are not in circulation in Canada, very often the rolls get overstuffed to get rid of the pennies that are that people have. Whoops, knocked the camera. So let us see what we got. So for the Canadians, we got, this one is in 1948. King George VI. That is awesome for the board. The second Canadian, oops, this one over here. 1964, this one actually has a lot of its original luster. Oh, that's a nice one. That's cool. And now let's look at the wheat pennies. First one over here. 1941. 1944. 1949 Denver. 1951, 1957 Denver, and finally a 1956 Denver. That is awesome. I'll leave these here on the fines. Roll 3, we have 39 more Americans. No Wheaties. Roll 4, 4 fines. So the first one is this Laureate Portrait 1961. Cool. As well as a foreign non-American. This is from Trinidad and Tobago, 2003. And this is 1 cent from Trinidad and Tobago. Cool. And as well, 2 more Americans for the American pile. Roll 5, 26 more Americans. Roll 6, overstuffed by 3 pennies, but we had 9 Americans. And as well, we had 3 young heads. So we had a 1964. A 1963, and another 1964. This one's in better condition. Roll 7, we got 4 Americans, and we got a dime. Kind of looks silvery, but it's not. It is a 1986 dime. I even tried a magnet on it, so hey, we got a dime. Awesome. And some Laureate portraits in 1964. This one is in 1955, really beat up. At first when I saw this, I said, hey, this looks like a clipped planchet, but this is not a clipped planchet. This is a post-mint damage right there. We have a 1962 and a 1963. So roll 8, I think I found a rotated die error. The 1976 is known for it. I have not found one yet, but if I hold it like this and rotate it, you'll see that the head is pointing slightly to the left. So just in case it's a centering error, let me center it on the head. And if I rotate it, you see that it is rotated slightly. So let me see again. It's a slight rotation, but I'll put it as a find nonetheless. Roll 9, I think I found a 1979 double date. So let's go over here to the microscope. Let's go over here to the microscope, and there we go. You can see it clearly on the first 9, a little bit on the bottom of the 7, and on the bottom of the second 9. So this is the double date variety for 1979. Roll 10, 2 Americans, as well as a 1963 young head. Roll 12, 4 more pennies and an American dime. The second dime in the bunch, and this is a 1972. Awesome. As well as a 1955 young head. Roll 14, 3 more Americans and 2 young heads, a 1962, as well as a 1964. Roll 16, 2 more Americans, and we have 2 young heads, a 1962, and a 1964. And another foreign, this one is from 1996, and this is 1/100th of a Balboa from Panama. Awesome. I don't think I have one of these from Panama. That is cool. Roll 17, 6 more Americans. I said I didn't have any Balboas, and now I have a second one. This is from 1975 with a different design. That is cool. And a young head, 1963. Roll 18, another roll of mostly Americans, but there were 2 Wheaties. And this one is from 1954 with a Denver mint mark. And this one is from 1952, Philadelphia. And as well is this 1962 Young head. All right, that's it for the hunt for Canadians. So what I'm going to do is we'll do the book fillers right now. There's one book filler, and it is this 1955. So that is awesome. It's not in really good shape. It's kind of cruddy, but it fills a spot. It's better than the other 55 we found. And that's it for this book. So I'll put the new count after 3 episodes down here. And now I'll pivot over to the American pennies. I'm going to divide them by decade and then sort through them and look through for varieties and errors and book fillers. And I'll come right back. For the 40s, I have 3 in the 40s and 5 in the 50s. No errors or varieties, but I do have a book filler. This 1949 Denver will go right over here. And that's it for this book. In the 60s, I had a 60D, 61 P&D, 62, 63, 64 P&D, 66, 67, and 68 and 69 Ds. And I've taken out a 66 and a 64 because the ones that I found in this hunt are upgraders. So that's awesome. The 64 goes in here. Has a little bit more red than this one. And this 66 looks pretty grungy. So this 66 is the best one that I have. All right, 70s. No errors or varieties. And I managed to snag a P and a D for every year from 1970 to 1974 with a 1970S as well as a 1974S. I put the best ones on top. There's a few blazers here, so I'm just going to compare with the book over here in the 70s to see if there is anything to upgrade, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back with 3 upgraders. So the 74D upgraded with the blazer on the bottom. This 74S was really grungy and this one is better. And this 76 was replaced with this blazer on the bottom. The other blazers you see up there on top don't improve the one in my book. So 3 more upgraders, which is awesome. Let's move on to the 80s. All right, here are the 80s. I got almost all Ps. I don't have a 1982 copper P. I do have 2 1982 zinc Ps, but I have all the other years. And for the Denvers, I'm missing the zinc 1982 and the zinc and the 1983 and the 1985, but I got Ps and Ds for all of the rest of the dates. The best ones are on top, no S's, unfortunately. So what I'll do is I'll compare with my book to see if any of these on top improve my book, and I'll come right back. All right, 2 improvements. This, let me get my glasses. This 84D, this is replaced by a slightly better one, and this 87D is also replaced by a better one. Now let's go over to the 90s. And here are the 90s. I got every year in the Philadelphias and some Denvers as well. No errors or varieties, but lots of upgraders for the 90s because these were great. So here, I've already put them in the book. So these are the ones that are replaced. I've gotten the 92D is gotten replaced, as well as the 93, the 94D, the 95D slightly better, 96, 97D is slightly better, 98D is better, and the 99 is definitely better. Nice blazer there. That is awesome. So let's go over to the 2000s. All right, for the 2000s, no 2003s, 2008s, and 2009s. I got Ps and Ds, as you see right here. And here, no errors or varieties. And here are the upgrades, the 2001D, 2005, 2005D, and a 2006D. Awesome. Let's move on to the 2010s. All right, the 2010s, only 3 years, 2011, 2012, 2019. No Ds, and we do have a book filler, the 2019. It's a little ugly. It's a little ugly, but it fills a hole nonetheless. So that's an addition to the book, which is always awesome. Let's put this away and go to the conclusion, which is the giveaway. The giveaway for this video will be this commemorative 2002 Golden Jubilee 50-cent piece, featuring a special obverse of Queen Elizabeth II. All you have to do To be eligible for this is just leave a comment down below, and sometime in January I will draw a lucky winner of this coin. Awesome. Well, the day of the posting of this video is Christmas Day, Christmas morning. So let me take the opportunity to wish one and all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and all of the best in 2023. Health, happiness, and wealth. In that order, of course. And that being said, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, click on the logo to subscribe. As well as, if you're interested, I have a video over here for you to watch, as well as a playlist if you're interested. Until next time, see you next year.